The big divorce. LeBron and Kyrie. Kyrie wants out. It's a big divorce. This is a shocker. Oh, my God, what do we do? It's not shocking at all. The great innovators always ultimately face the great imitators. This is why McDonald's eventually faces Burger King. This is why American Idol on Fox TV rocked television and years later faced America's Got Talent and The Voice. There was always player movement in the NBA. There was always player movement. But there'd never been a time when the world's best player in his prime said, I'm leaving. What? Excuse me? Huh? Where are you going? And then he did it again. What? Huh? Where are you going? LeBron James changed the world. He was the great mobility player movement innovator. We'd never had that. The best player in the peak of his greatness didn't bolt. He didn't leave. Especially a 60-win team. His team was winning 60 games, and he left. The best player in the world. Magic didn't do it. Bird didn't do it. Michael didn't do it. Kobe didn't do it. And it wasn't like a trade. He chose to leave to Miami, then go back home to Cleveland. So LeBron creates this, and here's what always happens. Initially, it wins you titles. Eventually, Kevin Durant copied you, and you lose a title. And then ultimately, one of your own teammates leaves. This is the way innovators who ultimately face imitators deal with life. The innovator gets rich. He gets pushback. He gets credit. He gets titles. He gets rings. But eventually, he'll lose market share. It starts to erode, and he's holding on for dear life. And by the way, so when I heard this story, my first takeaway is, well, Kyrie's learned from LeBron. This is the downside to being LeBron James. But this is another thing. When LeBron went back to Cleveland, my first opinion was, oh, God, I'm going to hear that music over and over and over. I'm coming home. And I hate this. It's just a bunch of crap. It's just a bunch of overly sentimental garbage. Because LeBron has a soft spot for Cleveland. But you know who else does? Nobody. It's Buffalo of the NFL. It's Oakland in Major League Baseball. So LeBron tried to get Chris Bosh to Cleveland. Chris Bosh wouldn't go. They couldn't lure Michael Redd from Milwaukee to Cleveland. LeBron tried. He said, no, I went to Ohio State. I've been there. No, thank you. Look at the Eastern Conference. What's the only city in the Eastern Conference last 15 years that lures free agents regularly? The place with the Aqua Water and Pat Riley. Glamorous Miami. People that leave their hometown always do so for the right reasons. Think about yourself. Everybody in America that leaves their hometown leaves for the right reasons. Growth, independence, and development. All of you who have left, you 28, 38, 48-year-olds, you left for the right reasons. You wanted to be more independent. You wanted to strike your own way and create your own identity and create your own business and grow and develop. Christina, when you left for the right reasons. But you know when people go back home, they always go for the wrong reasons. I'm coming Emotional home. Reasons. I miss Granny. I want to drive around to that old crappy restaurant that never was any good. I want to be close to my high school. Oh, stop it. Those are all the wrong reasons. You leave a town for the right reasons. LeBron left Cleveland because Dan Gilbert was a jerk, because the front office couldn't get him any players. He left for the right reasons, and he went home for the wrong ones. And this is what you're left with. This is what you're left with when you play that lousy song that apparently was a #1 hit for about an hour. And every time I hear it, I need a Dramamine. I get seasick. It hurts.
Enough of the song.
This is what happens when you go back home. And after about a year, when you go back home to build a business, and everybody's like, no, I like when you Played in Miami. I like no state tax and sunny in the winter, and I like that place. So my two beliefs to start the show today are innovators eventually face imitators. And LeBron now is facing himself, a mobile star looking to beat him out of town. My second takeaway is you left your hometown for a reason. Don't go back for the wrong reason. I want to talk about this because this is something I try to tell my kids this all the time. We have a good life. That if you were born in Yemen, you could have been born in a country with a dictator. You could have been born in a country without paved roads. Is that our complaints in life are first world problems. And I try to tell my kids this all the time. Is that go to a soup kitchen. Watch the History Channel. The life you are living as an American kid in a nice neighborhood with loving parents and a grandma and grandpa that just think the world of you, that's really good. Don't whine about stuff that doesn't matter. And you hear these people whine about things. Oh, my God, the Starbucks line is so long. We cannot find a Mercedes mechanic anywhere around town. Or, when I play with LeBron James, I don't get all the credit. Kyrie Irving, those are first world problems. There's 4 teams that apparently Kyrie is interested in. The New York Knicks. James Dolan, good luck. The San Antonio Spurs. Oh, yeah, because Greg Popovich isn't domineering. The Miami Heat. You do get Pat Riley runs the franchise. Or the Minnesota Timberwolves. You do get their coach Tibbs demands you actually play defense, Kyrie. Never forget that 75% of second marriages fail. Let that soak in. I'm one of those, right? I got married. You know why they fail? Because the person that got divorced goes to the next marriage. You're part of the problem. I was part of the problem. Kyrie Irving has first world problems. LeBron gets all the credit. Yes, because LeBron's bigger and stronger and a better facilitator and a great defender and the world's best basketball player for 15 years running. By the way, Kyrie Irving, I'm not sure how many of you realize this. He took more shots last year than Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas and James Harden and Kevin Durant and LeBron James. And your complaint is a first world problem. I know we got to the finals. But and I know I got more shots than LeBron, and I know it's almost guaranteed I'm going to win 60 games, but the first class stewardess had a real attitude. They ran out of champagne at my country club. Someone keeps walking their dog on our private beach. The line at Starbucks is just too long. Kyrie, you're getting to the finals every year. You get more shots than LeBron. You never have to guard the best player, and the best player never guards you. Kevin Love on one wing, LeBron on the other, decent bench, coach who's cool to play with. And your complaint is the best basketball player arguably ever gets a little more attention than I do. Most field goal attempts per game last year in the NBA. Yeah, Kyrie Irving getting more than all but 5 guys, and you can figure out who they are. Starts with Westbrook. Go ask Russell how playing by yourself is. Yeah, first world problems.